Hello and welcome to a new episode of the CTO Show with Mehmet. Maybe you are wondering why the intro music was not in today. The reason is today I'm recording episode number 100. I'm doing this on the first day of Eid al-Fitr, which is a holiday here in the UAE, and I'm happy that this coincidence occurred because it's at the same time the celebration for me of the episode number 100. Today, I wanted to dedicate this episode just to thank everyone who's listening or sometimes watching the recorded interviews on YouTube for their support, compliments, and encouragement. I want to just share with you a little bit of background and my own story with this podcast, if you allow me. The reason I wanted to start a podcast because it's a dream that I had since my childhood. Someone would say, "Hey, Mehmet, but when you were a child, there was no podcast." Yeah, that's true. But I was very much attached to the idea of recording knowledge and then spreading it. This is why when I was a child, what I used to do is to open encyclopedias, any scientific book, history book, and I used to record my voice on a tape recorder back in the days and then play it again. So this is something that stayed with me since childhood, and I wanted to take it further when I wanted to start this podcast. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, everyone, including myself, we were forced to be sitting at home. And that was for me a moment to reflect about what I can do, what are the plans that I must carry on. And one of the things I was trying to do is bring these old dreams and try to figure out how to bring them to life. And the idea kept with me during 2021 and 2022. And I was always thinking, what would be the best approach to do it? And then I figured out that overthinking sometimes can kill an idea. And in January this year, I said, you know what? I'm gonna start do the podcast, whatever it takes. I didn't have even the proper mic. I didn't have the proper setup, although I don't have it yet, I would say, but at least I said I have my voice, I have my knowledge, I know what I want to do, so I just started it. To be frank with you, that was not an easy moment. For me, I am very much used to share in written formats and sometimes in video formats my thoughts, but having a podcast needs dedication and needs also attachment to it. A lot of people thought that, you know what, he will give up after few episodes. And for me, I like to take challenges, and this is why I decided to do it in a daily format, including weekends. Believe me, it's not an easy task, but when you love what you do, it becomes something that you can put it as a habit within your day to day tasks and all the activities you want to do. For me, finding the topic wasn't the biggest challenge. For me, keeping audience like involved, keeping the audience interested about what I'm sharing was the number one challenge for me. But I can say proudly, from all the reactions, all the comments I'm receiving, I'm really glad, I'm really grateful for everyone who is encouraging me in this journey. As I said, it's not easy. I still don't have the best studio. I still don't have the best lighting, just in case when I'm recording some episodes with other guests. But today, and when I wanted to start this special, I just went back and I checked what topics, which guest I interviewed. And what I found out that the most rewarding experience I'm having, and I had, of course, is the learning experience. Learning about the topic that I want to discuss, learning about the guest I'm going to interview. And now I figured out that I have a library of 99, not counting this, episodes, each one discussing a topic. Each guest I interviewed brought with him or her a bunch of experience that can be leveraged by someone. The aim of this podcast is not to just have a presence, and I will not hide it. Of course, I'm doing this podcast to raise awareness about my own brand, and there's nothing wrong in this. But my purpose, the reason I spend time on each episode, is to educate as much people as possible, is to really simplify something also I'm passionate about, which is technology, and how to make it more beneficial to people. I'm also passionate about startups, entrepreneurship, and this is why I'm getting people experts in this field to help fellow people. This is why this moment, the 100th episode, is something very special. And for that reason, I'm going to do something new, I would say. And for this, I will have a contest for you. So I will encourage you to do one of these things, and you can share that with me privately. You know how to reach me, like whether on email, Twitter, or LinkedIn. So all what I need from you is to share this podcast or review this podcast on your favorite platforms, and I will have a contest, of a voucher that I would do a draw to select someone to get it, wherever you are. You might be here in the UAE, you might be in the US, UK, and I have, like, I can see the countries that they are listening to me. And thank you very much for keep listening to me. One more thing before I move on, I want to share also, like, and I want to encourage, and this is for encouragement purposes. I want to encourage everyone that you have an idea in mind to just do it. And, you know, we are living in tools abundance. For me, selecting the platform where I will be hosting, selecting the tools that I would be editing with, although like I didn't have the experience before, but really today the knowledge is very, very available. And you can really start, whether it's your podcast, whether it's your YouTube channel, whether it's your LinkedIn presence, in a very easy way. There are plenty of tools, and I'm more than happy to share that with you. This is why it's important to keep sharing the knowledge. It's important to keep helping each others. And I hope that with your continuous support, I will be able to continue to this podcast on the long run. I'm not giving up. As I said, this is episode number 100. This is a very special moment for me. And with the support, as I said, that I'm getting from you, I'm hoping to reach the next level. And I'm sure that together we will be celebrating more and more episodes. As usual, if you want me to discuss any topic related to, of course, what we discuss usually, if you want to have any feedback, if you want to come with me on the show and be my guest, please don't hesitate to reach me out and just let me know, and then we can arrange for it. And as usual, don't forget to also subscribe, tell your friends, your family, your parents, your colleagues about this. I really want this podcast to become a source of knowledge for anyone interested in the world of technology, business, startups, and entrepreneurship. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for all your encouragement. And until we meet in the next episode, allow me to just put the music at the end instead of the intro this time. Thank you very much. And until we meet in the next episode. Bye bye.